If you've listened to this program, you've heard this before coming from every elitist aspect you can think of. The Financial Times. EU is in coldest climate deal redefines global relations. It could go down in history as the moment that defined the new multipolar world. Thomas Klein Barakoff, who is the German Marshall Fund chairman, or he's a director there, said the climate conference heralded as an age of transition in international relations. Decisive action is inhibited as the power structure of the new world order are only just emerging and thus produce insecurities about where power rests, he said. Copenhagen was multipolarity as chaos. So again, what was Copenhagen for? Financial Times tells you it was about the emerging new world order and the powers that surround it. Let's see. Developing a we consciousness. In 2010, Time Magazine's recent cover featured the decade from hell, which was poignant, from 9/11 to natural disasters, terrorist bombings, to economic meltdown. And really, the decade of hell, you bet it was. But people just kept on going along to get along, accepting less and less, and just saying, hey, that's just the way it is. I can't do anything. Despite it being a decade of challenge and loss, a new world order has been brewing. This new order requires all of us to expand our scope and include the collective in our dreams and aspirations, mission and purpose. And then this woman, to promote a new world order, actually quotes Gandhi by saying, I feel Gandhi's words, be the change you want to see in... Man, excuse me, folks, I just have this terrible toothache. I feel Gandhi's words, be the change you want to see in the world, are more meaningful now than ever before. And I can agree with that, but not to promote a new world order, but to fight one. That's why Luke Rudkowski, the founder of We Are Change, often uses that same quotation from Gandhi as the basis for his organization. This one's out of the Times Online. But again, people will tell me a new world order doesn't exist. All these are mainline articles. I'm reading them word for word. Any minute now, China will play leapfrog and supplant Japan into the number 2 slot, and they're talking about the world economy. Projections issued by Beijing a couple of days ago suggest that it may have already. When it becomes official and the New World Order commentary dies down, China can shift confidently into record-breaking mode, shoveling money at all the spurious records that Japan holds only because 25 years ago it had the funds to squander its follies. So again, talking about after people die down with this New World Order and China talk, they'll really be able to achieve what they want. Let's see. Senators call health care bill unconstitutional, which it is. This is out of the New American. The source of the congressional power is found in Article 1, Section 8 of the Constitution. This article undoubtedly is to blame for so many of whose wrists chafe under the shackles placed by the restrictions. Never fear, however, these petty tyrants aren't going to let some 200-year-old parchment barrier stand in the way of building a new world order, including an American government refashioned in a manner most accommodating to their notion of right and wrong. In fact, when CNSNnews.com confronted a Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, last October and asked her if she believed the House version of the health care bill was constitutional, she disdainfully responded, "Are you serious? Are you serious?" That's how these people roll. Folks, it just continues. From The Guardian to the Times Online to the Toronto Star to the Wall Street Journal, they're all talking about a quote-unquote new world order of multiculturalism, a unipolar government, and now the UN is saying that they are going to create their own currency, a world currency based in gold and silver, as people wake up to the fact that gold and silver are the way to invest because they don't lose value. They keep their inherent value they have for centuries. And now the UN is going to use that to propagate their ideals, their system of governance with gold and silver coins. Big stories about that coming up on InfoWars.com and PrisonPlanet.tv. Go check it out. And go get a copy of Fabled Enemies and Loose Change over at InfoWars.com to support the operation. God bless you all.